It's official. The Lakers win yet another game, and the duo of LeBron and Luka Doncic is absolutely unstoppable. We also saw a fantastic performance from Gabe Vincent, but at the end of the day, the Lakers beat yet another fantastic team in the New York Knicks, spearheaded by Jalen Brunson. And Lakers fans can rejoice again that we have Luka Doncic, which is still crazy to say even weeks after it happened. Some insane shots from him. LeBron continues to shine. I'm going to break all of it down, but before we get into it, quick reminder, hit that subscribe button. If you're part of the 86% who aren't subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Lakers content. Guys, what a game. One of the best games of the season. You could argue the best game of the season because Luka Doncic was involved in it. We saw him hitting crazy shots over Karl Anthony Towns, and they were down by double digits late in the third. We saw Dalton Knecht hit a buzzer beater. Just an insane game, and Hunter, will start with you today. I mean, it was, and again, Austin Reaves made his return. He was going to be rusty. He still played 32 minutes, but in a game where Austin Reaves struggled mightily, we saw the bench step up, both Gabe Vincent and Dalton Knecht. Gabe Vincent with multiple clutch threes in the fourth, one of the main reasons they got to overtime here, but they keep on rolling. Some great plays by JJ Redick, doubling Brunson in the clutch to make sure he couldn't get the game winner. Fantastic win.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Brunson, first of all, I hope he's okay. That was a really rough ankle injury he had in overtime there. Probably going to miss some time.
Yep.
Assuming he's not playing tomorrow against the Clippers. But I thought the Lakers, for the most part, did a pretty good job, especially in the fourth quarter in overtime, really kind of shutting out the rest of the Knicks players. I mean, I know OG Anunoby hit a ton of shots, a lot of threes. Of course, had a potential and one opportunity to cut the lead to one, but he does miss that free throw. But the Lakers, they just kept it close enough the entire game. And who knows, that three to Dalton connected at the end of the third really was actually the difference maker. And it felt like that was a momentum shift for the Lakers. And despite Austin not looking his best, like you said, Nick, and really outside of LeBron and Luka, it was pedestrian from the rest of the Lakers. Like, no one was playing well, really, at all. I actually thought Trey Jemison had some solid minutes, but really other than that, not really a lot. But Jackson Hayes steps up. You had Gabe Vincent hit big shots. Dalton Knecht hit big shots. And Austin Reaves hits a big three in overtime. And JJ Redick goes back to him and trusts him to make the right plays. Had some good rebounds there as well. And the Lakers only held the Knicks to 15 points in the fourth quarter. Like, that is elite level defense. They had elite level shot making in the end. Everyone seemed like they chipped in the fourth quarter and in overtime, led to a really important win. And I know everyone talks about the 40-20 number to hit in terms of, like, you know, your success and winning a championship and things like that. Lakers are 40-21, so they're not quite there yet, but this is an entirely different team. We haven't really seen a whole lot of teams have this drastic of a change midway through the year like the Lakers did, and it just hits right away. It doesn't even seem like there's any sort of transition at all. They all figured out how to play together, a lot of smart players on the Lakers, and as a result, they extend this win streak to 6, and now they'll be heading on the road to face the Boston Celtics, so that'll be a lot of fun.
I mean, just to piggyback off of what you're saying, just altogether, yeah, they didn't play well, but this is those type of games, those like playoff type of feel games, like where calls aren't really going your way. A lot of things aren't really going your way in terms of making shots, but it's about your resolve and then just like having to come back from that. And that's what I thought was really impressive for the Los Angeles Lakers because throughout this game, the New York Knicks had a handle on this game, especially really in that I believe that end of the first and then into the second quarter where the Knicks really took control of the game and really had control of the game for most of it there. And then you're right, that huge momentum swinging three by Dalton Knecht at the end of the third into the fourth. And that really kind of helped the Lakers kind of find some things a little bit. I believe he actually Gabe Vincent had a shot earlier. So he was starting to heat up a little bit. And Gabe Vincent coming up big off the bench with Austin Reaves struggling a little bit after not playing a week of basketball. But I think he'll get back to being his good old self. And then LeBron and Luka leading the charge down the stretch. Luka with those crazy shots in overtime to help the Lakers get out to an impressive lead. And then Brunson was really just coming back at the Lakers, and that is a problem for any team. Jalen Brunson is. Hopefully he's not out too long, but that did look very bad. But we saw when Jalen Brunson wasn't on the floor, the Knicks really struggled creating offense, and that was partially because of the Laker defense of what they were doing against a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, because he's supposed to be their other top dog. Yes, he has some personal issues that he's going through right now, but the Lakers did a very good job defending him. LeBron James was a big factor in that. Not only have just scored 29 and what 12 or 13 rebounds or whatever he had, he was guarding Karl Anthony Towns for most of the night and doing a great job of making it tough on him. They're doing appropriate times double teaming him. So they were doing a lot of good things on that respect. So I think this was a good game throughout for the players, for their resolve coming back. JJ Redick trusting in his guys to really make a run at some point because he said they were going to make some shots. They had it on the TNT feed. So it was just a really good team win and great for the Lakers to go out on this 4-game road trip that they're going on right now.
Yeah, you see Jackson Hayes. I mean, he played 34 minutes tonight and got fouled out at the end. And you go up against a Knicks team where every single night their starters are going to play almost all of the game. They don't have much of a bench there aside from Deuce McBride. So I don't know. It's a very it's a very interesting one.
Over 40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes all the way
Gotta love
through.
Tibbs.
Yeah, OG and Josh Hart on the cusp of 45 minutes. Granted, the game went to overtime. And you see it from the Lakers' perspective all the same. LeBron played 44. Luka played 43. DFS had 2 points in 40 minutes, but he still was solid defensively. He was taking some matchups, especially in the switch on Jalen Brunson towards the end. You're never going to stop Jalen Brunson. It's about obviously mitigating his impact, and he played really well. But the other guys, aside, and OG had a lot of his points there in the first quarter as well. So I don't know. It's a very interesting one. The bench played okay. Like Bando didn't have a great game. Jemison, I think, showed some pretty good energy. He was forced to shoot show off his post moves a little bit because of the shot clock a couple times, which was interesting against Mitchell Robinson. But Gabe Vincent knocked him down when it mattered. Dalton Knecht, like you mentioned, Hunter, the buzzer beating 3 in the third quarter. Bit of a momentum swing there to make the game a little bit closer. And one underrated thing from this game, Luka Doncic went 10 for 12 from the free throw line, and he missed a couple of his free throws early. So basically, the entire second half, and I believe the entire second quarter as well, or most of it, he didn't miss a free throw. And that was big down the stretch, went 4 for 12 from the three-point line. So the free throw shooting was better tonight from the main guys in LeBron and Luka Doncic. And ultimately, I mean, if you'll take that, a game where Austin Reaves went 2 for 13, of course, not blaming him, first game back in a while, you beat one of the best teams in the NBA in the Knicks. And man, do they play a pesky brand of basketball. It's interesting to watch, to say the least.
Yeah, and Austin Reaves is not going to play this bad, I think, ever again the rest of the year. Like, like Okechi said, had that, nagging calf injury, and so I kept him out, for an extended amount of time. I think he'll be, just fine, and maybe even next game. And he kills Boston Celtics every time they play. So perhaps, the Austin Reaves get back game will be sooner than we think. I will say this, though, because we've all seen it. Dalton Knecht has had his ups and downs throughout his career here so far in his rookie season with the Lakers. I thought this was by far and away the best defensive game he's played. I mean, he had a lot of great rotations. Guys were not blowing past him, and he just seemed like he knew what he was doing out there. And that's a big step in the right direction. And with Jordan Goodwin out, that was someone who's kind of taking some of Dalton's minutes away because of the defense, right? Jordan Goodwin, really good defender. Dalton Knecht, the worst defender on the Lakers. So the fact that he's been improving, that is going to allow JJ Redick to potentially give him some more minutes, because the Lakers could really use that shooting, and they could really use that offensive punch that he can provide off the bench for this team. And who knows, it could be like a game 3 in the Western semifinals and Dalton Knecht has 23 points. Like, that is a realm of possibility. He's that kind of player that can just heat up, and that is a scary weapon that the Lakers can have on their bench. And in a lot of these games recently, especially this win streak, the Lakers haven't really been down a lot of these games. They've typically gotten out early. Teams came back and they held them off. This was a game that really tested the Lakers against one of the best teams in the league in the Knicks, where they really had to have that mental toughness and really believe that they were going to come back in this game, and against a really good defensive team as well. They end up doing it. And I think we saw a lot of the Lakers like, hey, they can be good in the clutch, especially when they're down in the game, when things aren't going their way, because a lot of things have gone their way since Luka's came here in LA.
And another thing I want to add, with those young guys, with Knecht and Jackson Hayes specifically, because these type of games, these type of atmosphere is very similar to guys like Luka Doncic and LeBron James, and even Austin Reaves to a bit of extent because he's played well in the playoffs. But I think it's a big grow up game for Dalton Knecht and Jackson Hayes, because these are the type of like playoff type moments that are you wondering, can you stay on the floor? Can you do the right things that your team needs you to do? Dalton had those big shots, but also Jackson Hayes being in the right spots for getting some easy looks at the rim, getting some nice dunks, really getting the crowd involved as well. And then also doing some things defensively. He had a very nice block shot late there on Jalen Brunson in that fourth quarter. And those are those type of moments that you are looking for Laker fans. So like, all right, this is the type of things that we need, especially with the playoffs coming up here very soon. So very good grow up game, I think, for Dalton Knecht and Jackson Hayes, and also kudos to JJ Redick for letting those guys really play and really find themselves out there in this game, because these are really big moments that could pay dividends when May and June hit.
Yeah, and they didn't go small as much in this game. They were rotating between Hayes playing most of the game. Vando got a little bit of minutes in the small ball five, but I mean, they wanted to try Jemison out there, obviously, to match up with Cat. And the Knicks are a big team in general, so it was good adjustment there by JJ Redick, and also keeping Jackson Hayes in the game pay dividends down the stretch. 2 clutch free throws for Jackson Hayes as well, so he had a fantastic game, all things considered. Also want to give a little bit of a shout out to Luka Doncic in the defensive end. Yes, he'll still get blown by at times, but his hands are extremely active.
Oh,
And if you
God, I
can
didn't realize how good he
Or
was.
yeah,
steals.
if you can just have if he can just have active hands, like he's never going to be a guy who's going to stay in front of Jalen Brunson. No one is going to be able to. But if you can do that, get tips in the lane, a couple of honestly like calls that could have went either way, especially a steal there towards the end. They didn't challenge it, but even just I like those plays from Luka Doncic. Remain aggressive, don't be a cone. It was a fantastic win. And now we move on to the Boston Celtics on the road. It's going to be an absolutely crazy game. And like I mentioned in my video earlier, the Celtics decided to rest everybody in a anticipation for the game on Saturday. Jason Tatum came out and said tonight that they're excited for it. Everyone's ready for it. And hopefully the Lakers can take care of business. But let us know down below what your thoughts are on that win. But it is official. The Lakers are on an absolute roll. And it's pretty hard to stop LeBron James and Luka Doncic, which is, go figure. Very surprising there. But thank you guys for watching. See you later.